this thing on? Oh, hi. My name is JP, and you're watching the Dubois Dialogue. Oh, what's that? Oh, they said they want me to stop talking. All right.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of Dubois Dialogues. I am Grant.
I'm Mackenzie.
Oh, I got word I'm supposed to introduce myself. Hi, my name is JP.
And this is our Halloween episode. Well, we're going to be doing a few topics today. We'll be covering black superstitions, mirror magic, and then the spirits we carry. And so we're going to start off with black superstitions, and I will be asking these lovely board members a few questions. So, just as like a little, not really like summary, what's that word? Yeah, a little spiel about what we're about to go over. So black superstitions covers like just like superstitions that like we carry, cultural superstitions, ones that we were raised with, ones that we've heard about, how we carry them in our lives, in our day-to-day lives, and things like that. And so let's get into it. So for starters, let's go over like superstitions that we grew up with. Like, can you guys share like some of like those, like if you know the roots of them, things like that?
I think an obvious one in my household, or one that I hear a lot, is like, don't put your purse on the ground.
They're never gonna sell your money.
Okay, forever. My mom used to always say like, don't put your purse on the ground or you're gonna be broke forever. I never knew what that meant, and I stopped carrying a purse a very long time because of it. Because I was like, I don't want to be broke, you know what I'm saying? And then like I think it transitioned into like, also don't like drop your wallet on the ground too, because your wallet.
I don't let you drop it. You drop your wallet.
I do drop my wallet, but like you drop your ID a lot. You gonna lose your identity. You're gonna lose your identity.
This is an MSU student ID.
Okay, you're gonna lose your identity.
Who
Anyways,
take it?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I think like don't drop your purse or your wallet on the ground. I think don't put your purse or your wallet on the ground is like a clear indicator that you ain't gonna have no money and stuff like that. I would argue that it is like kind of cultural. TBH. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into like depth about the whole like systemic oppression and stuff. But we can.
You should.
Really?
I'm like.
That's what we're about?
I'm bashful.
I know, I'm bashful. I didn't know. I'm bashful. Alright, anything else?
No, we can like, I guess, rattle them back and forth. I'm shy now.
I think one thing I heard a lot is not sweeping over people's feet, because they bring bad luck. I don't do that. I do also think that might be a little bit cultural. I never have heard of white people using that either. So I think that is extreme. I think it's important to our culture. Like, my family doesn't do it either. Like, it's a really big thing. Like, if anybody accidentally does it, they're like, oh my God, don't do that. So I think I take it very seriously, because you don't want people yelling at you about you sweeping over their feet. So I'm very serious.
Something that's super, like, at least for my family, like, our superstitions are also tied to like our beliefs and our spirituality. And so I just think it's really like, I don't know, makes me giggle when, I don't know, like certain things. Like, I remember in like 3rd grade, like I walked up to my like white teacher and I was like, look, you step on a crack, you what? And she just looked at me like I was crazy. Like, I didn't realize that like not only is there like a cultural thing, but like for some people there's like a spiritual thing tied to it. So like, yeah.
I think that same thing, like the outrage that you like express. My family get like that about like splitting poles. To this day, anybody who walks me, I don't even walk in no straight line. But like the thing is, like one thing I know is I may not walk in a straight line or anything like that, or can walk straight, but like I know I ain't gonna split no pole. You know, and that like there's a whole like bad look and stuff like that you were referring to. My family was taking a quick hot second. If you split a pole, you gotta walk back around. We could be miles down the end, but we will all walk back just so you can walk back around that pole.
Yeah.
And that's what irritates me when we be on campus and stuff like that. And
There's so many poles.
So many poles and so many white people. Sorry. No. Anyways, so many poles, so many white people. And like right at that light at like Owen, like right where Owen and like Broad split and everything like that.
Down the streets.
You know Bogue, down the street you live. Like, you know the street that's like right by the 7-Eleven and stuff like that. When you go further down the street, you're at Owen. So it's a light right there that's like right from like the woods. And when people cross that street, they be like jaywalking and stuff like that. So some people go on like the other side of the pole and stuff. And you spend every time I do that, I just have to like pray and just walk back around and give myself like extra minute or so, because I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For my family, one of the biggest things is like sweeping, like in general. Like I remember I used to get home and my grandma would be like sweeping the driveway, and I was like I thought my grandma just had really bad OCD. But like the older I got and like the more deep into my like faith I got, I realized how everything my grandma does is like spiritual. So like even like sweeping like her driveway, she's making sure like cleanliness is close to godliness, but like when you really like believe that, it like takes it to a different level. So not only are you like making sure your house is clean, but you're also like sweeping all that energy like outside of your home, whether like you willingly let it in or not.
Yeah.
Speaking of energy and letting stuff in, I'm sorry.
I was about to start singing energy.
Beyonce.
You won't stop moving, okay, anyways, speaking of energy and letting things in, I think like some other superstitions that we follow like within my household that like kind of pertains to that is like you gotta take your shoes off before you step anywhere in my house. Like I'm sorry, like shoes gotta come off before we hit like the first full tile in my like place. And then I think also we sweep very often and everything like that. And then another thing is welcome mats. Like I think people became more cognizant of like how odd welcome mats are when like sinners came out and stuff. Because like that's why we never had one, because like when you essentially say welcome to something, you're welcoming in like the spirits and stuff like that, as like you stated.
No, like you're not welcome. Do not go to my town.
Yeah.
Oh, and like and like jewelry and sharing clothes too. Like in my family, like I mean, like it's common in a lot of families depending on like where you're from, but we believe that like spirits travel. So you can't be like wearing everybody's clothes. You can't be like going to everyone's house. You can't be like, especially jewelry, because I feel like that adds like a deeper like clothes. Like yeah, everyone wears clothes, but like with jewelry, there's kind of like a bigger emphasis on the jewelry that you wear.
Yeah.
And so like the more like meaning you attach to it, the more you're like it's being passed on to you. If someone's like, I don't know how to like articulate it. But.
Yeah. I think a couple that I would remember. That's why I say ooh, same term. I think one of them that I still live with to this day is like don't sleep with the mirror in front of your bed. Because you can like I definitely do believe that it can bring in negative spirits. Absolutely, because when your sleep is one of the most vulnerable states that you're in, and you can let anything in through that mirror. And so I definitely I used to have my bed in front of my mirror. I would like cover it with a blanket. Like I would, like before I go to bed, like I would cover it with a blanket. If I could turn it around, I would turn it around. Like I don't play like that. And also another thing that I thought was interesting was like wearing outside clothes on your bed.
Don't do that.
And people usually relate it to like like the outs, like you got like dirt and stuff on you, but I more so related to like you're letting the things that happen outside of your home like transfer into your vulnerable state, which is your bed. And so I'm very conscious of that. Like when I come in my room, the first thing I do, I take my shoes off and I change my clothes. Like if I want to lay down, like I take my shoes off and I change my clothes. If anybody wants to lay in my bed, I'm like, hey, let's change them clothes real quick. Like,
you want a chair?
Yeah, like, do you want a beanbag? Like, I got you right here. Like, you got a stool? Anything. But, like, I also do think that those are cultural. Like, they definitely come from, if we do enough research, they could come from anywhere at any point in time. From where before we were on the boat, after the boat, whatever.
A lot of them are things that we carried with us.
Yeah.
I have like a similar thing to that. I can't get in my bed unless like I fully shower and stuff like that. Like I have to like wash away everything, and I'm gonna be so real. Like when I'm in the shower, it's like the most peaceful time I ever get, because that's like the one like moment where like nobody can disturb me. And I think like water is just like seen as like it's symbolically like purifier and everything. And I think like you said, like when you're sleeping and stuff like that, you're stepping into that vulnerable state. I think my bed in general is like a sanctuary within itself.
It is.
And I think like I have to purify myself before I like enter that sanctuary. So I think like that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
No, because like one of the things that like really like confuses me, I guess if like someone doesn't view like superstitions from like a spiritual lens, I guess I can see like why that like blah, blah, blah. But like even like in the Bible, like it says like we're like spiritual warfare. We're constantly like fighting spirits that we don't know about. So like especially when your superstitions are like tied to your spirituality, like that's when like you take them more seriously depending on like your upbringing and your beliefs.
Absolutely.
All right, that was a great question. So I feel like we answered a lot of these, but like I guess if I could like specifically ask, like are there any that you still live by, like, emphatically? Like, there are things that we were raised with, but are there any that you, like, consciously practice?
I think the money one is like a big thing for me because I'm in college now. I think I'm the brokest I've ever been in my entire life. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'll be ready to, like, if I dropped a penny on the ground, usually when I was younger, I would let it just be like, oh, this is somebody else's luck and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I can't drop a penny on the ground, let alone a half a penny. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I think that, like, brokenness really hit a lot differently because, like, now you, like, an adult, you kind of have to, like, you know, position yourself a lot better. So I think, like, that one I live by a lot. Like, when Grant yelled at me about picking up my wallet, I got down in the quickness and just, like, picked up my wallet, like, middle of the street.
She stopped her hustle.
Okay, I did. In my purse, like, as far as my purse, like, we had, a friendship, like, sleepover, like, one night or something like that. And I was noticing I was putting my purse on the ground. I fully took somebody's, like, coat or something like that, put it on top, and then my purse went on top. Like,
I think it was mine.
I'm pretty sure it was you. I didn't care whose it was.
No,
my
I did
purse
no
just
good.
might go still on the
Pick it up.
ground.
Yeah.
But like that, even like, and even when I'm in church, like I love church now, and I think like everything in that place is, you know, what's the word? What's the word?
That's another topic.
Well, I think like my home church. I can say that. Let's stay there.
Over.
My home church. What I can say is that like honestly, I love everything about that place and everything like that, and it's literally my sanctuary. However, I have to be cognizant of like not putting my purse down in there too. And I think that's when like I lose like the most like consciousness of like where my purse is like usually if I'm in church, because I feel already protected and like very attached to the place that I'm not thinking about like all these superstitions and stuff like that. And I think that's when I be laying my guard down, and then like I'll be like well into it, and I'm like, oh girl, your purse on the ground, like let's get that up and stuff like that. I'm like, grandma could go sit in the back or something. Not like that.
Oh my gosh, grandma.
In the back though, she can't like sit like a row like down like
maybe behind me. Like my purse gotta go right here. She gotta find the purse to sit.
Oh my gosh, no, I do, like, I'm that way with my Bible. Like, if you've ever been to church with me, like, I have, like, we have our Dubois tote bags, so in mine I keep my Bible, and even when my Bible leaves my room, I put it right back in that little, like, case that it came in, and my friends are like, baby, we gotta get you a Bible bag. And I'm like, I have to with my little cardboard. But, so I keep it in that, and then I have my little notebook where I take, like, my sermon notes and stuff, but I keep it in my tote bag. And if it's not on my lap, it's basically like in its own spot, because I'm not gonna put it on the ground, and I'm not gonna like, I don't even like put things on top of it. Like if one of my friends is over and they accidentally put something on top of it, I like move it, or I'll ask them to move it if I'm not like close enough. But like there are just certain things that are like, Yeah,
I am definitely one of those friends. I like came over the first time, and I was on Grant desk or something like that. We was about to study. And I remember I came in there, and he had something I think it was like a notebook or something like that. And then I put it on top of his Bible, and I wasn't even thinking, like, it was a rough night, mind you. I put something on top of his Bible, and then, like, one of my other friends was like, JP, his Bible worked. I was like, ooh. You know what? I picked it up. I got moving and stuff, so. Yeah.
No, for real. I think one thing, I didn't say this beforehand, but one thing that has kind of stuck with me is, like, knowing what's like above your door. I think that that's kind of interesting, like where you walk into and what you like where you walk out of. I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I be crazy, but I be checking before I walk into a room. I'm looking at the and I think that can also be tied biblically, because we know in the Bible that they put lamb's blood above the doors. So I think like, but I'm very conscious of like where I walk into and what the space looks like when I walk into, and like walking under ladders. Like, I just don't think you should do that for safety reasons, but also I just think that I think that is something that you could possibly like you could carry with you if you do walk under a ladder.
It's like an opening.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. But I definitely do carry those with me, and just the sweeping. Like, I don't sweep over nobody's feet no more. I'm like, please, feet up, please. Because I don't want to transfer nothing to y'all. I don't want to transfer nothing to me, like anything like that. Any type of negative transfer, I really, really am conscious about it, and I really try not to dwell in that at all.
That's how I am. Like, when I go home every day, like, before I even do my homework, first I change shoes, and then I literally sweep my whole room, and then I, like, walk the floors, and then I, like, read my Bible, blah, blah, blah. But also, for me, and I didn't even, like, actually, no, this was a conscious thing, but I guess I didn't realize, like the power of it until I, like, really noticed the difference in peace that I have in my room this year versus, like, last year or the year before. Like, I'm really conscious about what I use to decorate my room, too. Like, I have the Lord's Prayer above my bed. I have my favorite scripture above my desk. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. And then I have Psalms 91 like right on the wall by my door. So like I've got protection, I've got like empowerment and encouragement, and then I've got like the Lord's Prayer, which kind of like covers everything. So just being like making sure my space is as like pure as possible, not only for like being able to like live peacefully in it, but like opening it up to God, opening myself up to God.
I think that's so real. I mean, this is not more of a superstition, but it like kind of falls up under that like deep beliefs that we just kind of carry with us. I think when we're older, like I was taught like when I was younger that like the tongue is mighty powerful and like what you intake is like even more powerful and stuff like that. So would it be just like some media? I'm just like, baby, I'm not gonna say nor repeat that, and I'm just not gonna like engage with it.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like some songs I'll be listening to. Like I love Betty right now. If it's like little stuff like that, like she'll be in her songs, like she really glorifies this whole like, oh, like keeping a relationship for the sake of a relationship type of thing. And she'll be like, oh, like no pain, no gain. Like, you know, you get cheated on and stuff like that, but you have to strengthen your relationship. I'd be like, ooh, girl, I can't claim anything like that. Like that's not type of her I'm intaking nor anything I'm gonna like reflect onto my life. And like it's something minute like that. But even like some songs that like have very interesting ways that they're engaging with like spirituality, I just can't be bothered, you know, sometimes with like some of that stuff. So
because I feel like the word conjure has like a negative connotation from it, but I don't think people realize even like gospel music is a form of conjure. Like you're literally using it to like call down Jesus. Like I plead the blood. You're I feel like when words have like negative connotations, like they just can't be used. But like calling on Jesus, I fear that's invoking.
yes.
And so it's like really what you listen to, that it really like shifts the thing. Like that's why like when I'm sad, I cannot let myself listen to sad music because it'll only make me feel worse. Not even because it's like, oh, like oh, but like like no, it's really like I just there's something spiritual in literally like everything you do.
I think you're like claiming and trapping the energy in, which I think is like
you're locking it.
Yes, it was like it was already there. It's like you grabbed it, and you brought it in, and
you holding on to it. You hugging it in. So.
Holding on and holding strong.
And you're just gonna keep getting weaker. Okay. Do you think that actually, well, I feel like we've kind of been talking about this too, but do you think that like our superstitions are cultural?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think like the most cultural thing about it is that like I don't know. I think like it's just so like refreshing sometimes to see that like when we sharing all these superstitions stuff like that, we're just like collectively agreeing on it and stuff. And I think that is like just proof that it's cultural in general, because like if you ain't black, you don't get it. But if you black, you get it. Like when you talked about sleeping and stuff like that, you immediately knew what you're talking about. Kinsey was able to like follow up with the same example. I think like some ways that like we interpret it may vary from household to household depending on like your experience and stuff like that. Like Kinsey brought up like your siblings and stuff like that, which is completely different. You brought up your grandma and stuff like that, and then I don't know, I'm just talking about like my daughter stuff. But it's like I think it does vary in that way. But I think like because it's such a shared experience among us and a not shared experience with us and you know them I think that's it. I think that's just proven. But like when we started this topic and stuff like that, I'm like I really hope I was like Taraji P. Henson. You know like when she was like, you know why we run away when we laugh?
Because they wasn't allowed to laugh on the plantations.
Y'all not hearing me, y'all. That's how I thought this was gonna sound. And I think that
you think you just fell out of
a coconut tree? You see? I don't know. I think like everything like ties back to our incidents. And like when you said that line, I thought about saying it, but I'm like, girl, they already be thinking I be sounding like Taraji P. Henson. I just be reaching like that. Like the reaches I be doing like extend to Johannesburg and back, you know. And
come on, Joburg.
Okay, Joburg. I was just talking about Joburg today. They ain't never had a pretty girl from Joburg. See me now, and that's what they prefer and do. Okay, I'm not from Joburg, but you know, I am what they prefer. Hello. Hey. But yeah, no, like when I fully agree with you. Like I think it's very ancestral and stuff like that. But we ain't gonna get into that. So that's why when I talked about putting the purse on the float and then systemic.
I'm surprised you didn't want to do the spirits we carry.
I did want to do the spirits we carry, but I think like the people who you guys are gonna see that are coming up doing the spirits you carry and everything like that, I think they all had very interesting things to like you know add to it, and I think like they had varying perspectives. I think Greta and I don't have like our experiences are not all synonymous. But I do think the way we tend to articulate a lot of different things, given like our like Creole heritage and stuff like that, they're very parallel. And I think we needed like a diversification of like voices and stuff like that. Exactly, because you know, like I think like you'll see Angel and Zion like chime in on that, and I think the way they bounce things off of each other is different. When it's like with Grant and I, it's a lot the same and like validating or like echoing and stuff like that. So I think it's very nice to get the various differences. Yes, but y'all got a good show coming up. We love the what's the last segment called?
The Spirits We Carry.
The Spirits We Carry, and then you have the Mirroring Magic, okay, and that's about like horror movies and stuff like that. So
you are in the Alex Haley room, and this is Dubois Disney.
I thought you were saying.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this next segment of Mirror Magic. So we'll start off. My name is Sammy, and then we'll introduce everyone else here.
I'm Zion.
I'm Isaiah.
I'm Jamima.
So today's segment, horror movies comes around. We have horror movies like Scream, Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th. And do you guys ever just watch those movies and you see a scene happen and you're like, I know a black person would not be doing that. If I was there, I would not be doing that. So with that being said, are there any movies or any like parts from movies that you guys have noticed that black people would not do, but they put it in the movie anyway?
Yeah, I'll go first. I want to start by just saying, just like within our community, I don't think any of those characters over 21 don't have a gun. So I just want to start there. I think we're safer than all of those people in any of those movies, just off the rip. Let's just start there. But other than that, honestly, I don't know what white people be thinking, bro. Like, you'll be in a house, killer just walked in through the front door, chased you into the kitchen, and now we're running upstairs instead of back out the front door. Like, I don't be knowing what the plan is when I be watching these movies. It's kind of infuriating sometimes. You feel me?
Yeah, I think it was one movie. Was it Scream? Where that's Ghostface, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scream. Yeah, and then they called the girl, and then the guy was like, "Oh, I'm outside," and she was like, "Outside where?" And then she like opened the door. I'm like, well, why would you open the door? Like me personally, I'm hanging up. I'm either calling the police or I'm calling my brothers. I'm like, cause what am I going outside for?
No
if
doubt.
you outside, nah.
Man, it's almost like they don't for real be scared. It's like they don't believe what's happening.
Right, you don't believe.
Heavy on them, they don't believe.
And that's so strange because I'm like, if somebody called me on some type of threat, well, first of all, I wouldn't believe it either. But it's not because, I'm naive. It's because I know you wouldn't do that to me.
Man.
Like I know you lying on you gotta be playing on my phone. You have to be. This has to be some type of prank. And if you are for real, I'm just killing you.
Right.
Like, I can't.
But I mean, I feel like it's kind of that you gotta be joking that got girly in her situation in the first place, because now she looking outside like, bro, who playing with me? And now she getting stabbed. So it's like,
dead, right?
So
like,
are you really? What's going on? You one of them?
No.
You one of them?
No, I'm not gonna look outside.
Okay.
I'm hanging up the phone.
Okay.
No, I'm not even that curious. I'm hanging up the phone.
That's good.
And I'm going in my room under the covers.
That's real.
How about you, Jimmy?
Wait, can I say something counterintuitive, like, to this question?
Yes.
What is the one movie, like, he's, like, dating the white girl, and then...
I know what you're talking about.
And the person who made it is, like, a genius. He makes, like, a bunch of...
Yeah.
Get Out, yeah. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, like, I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah.
And, like, he had survival instincts of, like, I don't know, a piece of paper. Like, I don't know. I was getting really annoyed that, like, I don't know. I was kind of shocked that, like, his black stinks didn't, like, kick in earlier. Like, with the way that everyone was so, like, strange. Like, the family was weird, but...
Man, and the black dude literally had a whole breakdown
literally,
yelling at him, and he stuck it
his
through
friends,
for a little bit longer.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think the first moment you go, I said, you're the only one there.
Right.
Like,
It's
that's
already
the first
right.
red
Yeah.
flag, bro.
Oh my gosh, and
First
then the
minute.
scene where he like took a picture of the one other like black person and
That's
was just
what
And
I'm
he
like,
started
yeah,
like crying or
yeah, and he was like
Yes.
saying get out. He was saying like get out, like leave. Oh,
That
such
was
a good
crazy.
movie.
And
That
then
was-
when he was talking to that female maid.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
was
it was.
I was like, that's not your sign to leave. Like he
Right.
had so many signs
I
to
know.
leave, and it was like you're not leaving. And then he didn't tell his family or anything
I know.
that he was gonna be there. And so his best friend or whatever, the TSA.
Yeah.
He was over here like trying to track him
Like,
down
come
like he
on.
real police. But I'm like, first of all,
You should have never acted like that.
you should have never acted like that. And like knowing that you're black and you gonna go to this like all white place, you should have told your friends where you was gonna be at.
Y'all want to know what
Share
it
that
was?
location.
Right.
Y'all want to know what it was?
Hmm.
He's messing with a colonizer. He fraternizing with a colonizer, yo. It's stuck in
Enemy
his brain,
territory.
bro. He's lost. He was a lost man, bro. We can't even blame him.
But that whole family was like
The
really
whole family.
No, that was terrifying.
That
Oh,
was
terrifying.
that was bad.
But it's like you'll see a family like that. You don't typically get to know them, but like you'll walk across, you might meet somebody. I feel like I'd have met somebody at a business meeting, and like I feel like their family would act like that if I ever met them. Bro.
Yeah,
White people be weird, bro.
You know, that's
they do.
Do y'all like ever, okay, the little kids, you watching the movie, right, and the kids aren't listening to the black parents, and they just going off running, and I'm like, if I was younger, I would have listened to my mama. I wouldn't have been in these situations.
Really.
Yeah, no, my mom, she didn't play that. Like, she would have, like, snatching me up and,
Right.
like,
Literally.
It? Y'all remember? Did y'all watch
Yes.
It?
yeah, I
That
did.
shit would have never happened.
Never.
We looking in the drain.
No.
Look
We,
at
hey, we
Why are
couldn't,
we
we couldn't
looking
even
at
step
the
on the.
mirror?
We couldn't even step on the
Right.
bed covers. Like,
Still can't.
still can't. Like,
Still terrified.
no.
Nah, in the drain.
And the drain is crazy.
If something got lost in the drain, I'm never
It's
getting
gone.
it back.
Like,
I wouldn't
I'm
even
so
think to
okay.
look in there.
We done with it. It's finished.
Do you want to be my friend, Georgie? Is that a real question?
Is that right?
Is that a real question?
Are you for real?
Like, no.
Like, don't irritate me.
I don't know.
Okay. I think that was like perfect. So we'll keep going. And now, since we've been talking about horror movies and you kind of got like a horror movie in your mind, if you could rewrite a scene from a horror movie, what would it be? And like, what scene would you rewrite? So like maybe in It, you make that black boy not go talk in that drain.
Right.
He gonna keep walking. He
Honestly,
gonna
I
head
make
home.
his mama beat him when he went back in town. Like sometimes you just gotta beat it out the kid. Like that wouldn't have happened in a black household because he would have been disciplined.
He
know,
would have been
That is,
disciplined.
yeah,
That
that
would've
is
been
fair though. That is fair.
He would have been.
Personally, like, for me, Get Out, I would have, like, the moment that, I know, like, this would have made for a terrible story, but, like, in real life, the first moment that he got there, and he realized that, one, it was all white people, and two, oh, no. It was the scene where it was that black, he was running, and that,
Wait.
Yeah, I
yes.
remember that, bro.
Just
yeah, I would have made him see that and leave
pack his
immediately.
bags.
Pack immediately and go.
They would have had to put him down if he wasn't gonna leave. Like I feel like there's no way he should have stayed, bro.
There's
There's
no
no
way.
situation.
Like, you should have left a while. Like, it should not have taken you to go, like, digging through her stuff and looking in them pictures.
Right,
To
the
then be like, oh, this is
pictures.
kind of weird. And then, like, say kind of weird. Like, no,
Right.
this was all weird.
Right. No, yeah.
The whole time, she was, oh my God, that movie, I'm just getting angry all over
No,
again.
I
Like,
know.
that really angers me.
He really
Because not one
disappointed
person
us.
was a good liar. Like
Not one.
I feel like nobody really held it down.
Because they didn't even care to.
They were
No.
suspicious the whole time.
Whole
The
time.
whole time.
Man, that scene where like he was playing like tennis or something, and then everyone started like staring at him, and like when they were like auctioning, I'm like,
Yes, I was
how
like,
did they not?
The red flags.
Yeah.
they were flagging.
They were
Have y'all
flagging.
seen that one guy off the horror movies? But he's like a guy on TikTok or whatever, and he has like a green flag, and he like runs through a field.
Yes.
Yeah, all red flags, just like screaming.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Blair Witch Project. I know it's not like a horror movie per se, but like it's just a whole bunch of white people
Listen.
going out into the woods trying to hunt down some like, not even like demons for real, but just like find witches and like just do stuff they wasn't supposed to do. And me personally, like, why would you be out in the woods?
Why is you in the woods?
Right,
Like-
why are you?
Okay.
Why are you out
I
in the
do
woods?
go camping. I like camping in the woods.
Well,
Okay.
but they were going
Yeah,
out
I don't
there
even know
to
about
go do
camping.
seances and stuff, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
go
Like-
find like.
I was under the
Yeah.
merit badge. I was getting my merit badge. That was
And you
Not
know,
heard of
I
the
could
bear
go,
badge.
but like that's the thing though. It's like camping with a big group of people versus like, oh yeah,
It's 3 of them.
let's go camping 3 people, not even at a campground for real, for real.
Not even
Not
at a
even.
campground.
Like, let's just get out there. Like that's not okay.
Literally, wasn't even at a campground, and they was going out there to do some devious stuff, like to go find something that they shouldn't have even been looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys for answering all these questions. This was amazing. And yeah, I think that concludes this segment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo! Y'all cannot
That
be
is
quiet during
funny.
recording. Do
God.
not be in the
Y'all
room.
two are the worst, bro.
Uh-huh.